Well, a couple of months into this new term, portfolios were recently selected, so we caught up with a few chiefs to find out what their priorities will be over the next few years.
Yeah, well, fortunately, I was able to maintain several of the files that I've had. There is certainly a wide variety of files within the organization, so I still am part of Sports and Rec. The labor, the hospital expansion project is still something that I'm very interested in. And and you may know that this year, or this term in particular, there is a different format as how the different files will be handled. There will be more involvement with all of the units that may have an interest or should have play a part in some of the decisions that are made by council. There are associate leads for specific files. QKR has probably about 10 underneath. Community planning is something different. And it's really exciting to have something new to look forward, new challenges. And I'm really hoping that, everyone will, it's a big change. So it'll take some time for everything to start running very smoothly.
Well, there's no big change in my portfolios. I'm keeping all the old portfolios that I had. Like housing is the biggest one that I wanted, and I'm on housing. I'm on the CPU, emergency preparedness, hydro, local issues, with people that need deals with hydro. Uh, Joe Rodu, another one of my favorite ones. And it's all the same. So I got all the same. I just hope now in this new term that I'm going to be able to push more and bigger things for the housing portfolio, like more homes, to be built in this term. And we need to address the policy on the Joe Rodo file that's being out there now. It's got its 30 days. I hope people give us their feedback on if they like it, if they don't like it, but we need feedback on that. Ganasadaga is in the same boat with putting the policy out. So those are my portfolios for this term. But I'll take any issue, any problem that the community wants to talk to me about, because, like I said in my platform, that there's no issue too small or too big. If it needs addressing, I'll address it for them, because the people put me here to be their spokesperson, and that's what I'm here for.
Well, some of them are the same from the last time with hydro, CP rail, the Seaway, and also Mercy Bridge land claims. And also added on to it is the FAO committee, and the newly formed one would be, I guess, heritage. So with that, I've been working on a few ideas. As you can see in the back, this is one of our first communication stands that we had. This was built about 1928. So now may be the time to look at building something that reflects the culture of our community. And I'd like to get the community involved in it, and also the schools come up with some kind of a design and put something, replace this one, put something that reflects today. I'm also looking at a building where it's a community center I've had in mind, where we can set up a series of operations in it in one, rather than independent buildings standalone today. It's very, very difficult and expensive. And this is done other places where we have one big building, but we have a few things that are operating in it. It cuts down on everything, the expense. But I'd like to keep the design that reflects our culture.
Well, I don't think much has changed from the last term, just maybe some reclassification of the titles. One of them is I'm the new portfolio chief for administrative affairs, and that basically encompasses oversight of finance and administration, which I hope I will maintain the chairperson position, oversight of the HR department, communications, and I guess the executive office, maintaining the justice portfolio, or responsible for legislation. So anything going through the Kahnawake Legislative Coordinating Commission or the community decision-making process. I'm still the portfolio chief for membership, as well as I'm going to maintain my seat on the Youth Center Board of Directors. And I think Kenneth McCumber is going to be the lead. They classified heritage now, I guess, as a new portfolio, which encompasses cultural center, the MCK Language and Culture Training Center, or Zine Guarehoda, Zidawahaharan, as well as any initiatives that come out of that, like the 375 year anniversary. And so I'm the associate portfolio chief, so basically the second. Of course, the membership portfolio is still contentious. As many people are aware, we're not through with the amendments to the law. The law is, I don't want to say it's in limbo because the 2003 law is still there in existence, but there were certain changes that needed to be made. So we want to see that through. The enforcement aspect of the membership law, of course, we know is an issue. So getting the Justice Act operational, and that's definitely something we want to see get fulfilled within this term, hopefully. We talk about a new cultural center building is much needed. There's been some fundraising initiatives that have been occurring in the community. So just, want to see that new building hopefully get built within this term. If not, it is costly what we're looking at to have a new building in the community that encompasses an amphitheater, houses the Turtle Island Theater Company. So, in terms of goals, it's hard to say you want to have fixed deliverables within a term because politics, it moves slow. I have my hands in so many different directions as well, at the council table, different initiatives that come up all the time, community fires that we need to attend to. So I'm hopeful to, see some accomplishments, not only in my own files, but with the table as a whole.
Well, some will be new. The other ones that I had in my last term, which was 9 years ago, was membership and the FAO committee. And I've taken those on again as second to Gus. But also I have new portfolios, which is community infrastructure, which encompasses public works, capital, when they emerge into one, SOD, which is strategic organizational development. I'll be on the QKR for transport. And I think that's about it. And then I'll be pulled in here and there with different other portfolios. Oh yes, I'm alternate on the senioree with Clinton and Christine as the lead. So it should be interesting and quite different. I'm looking forward to the challenge. Well, I would like to have more communication with, the different stakeholders, like with Public Works and Capital, and I think there's like a distance there, and I'd like to bring that together so that everyone knows what someone else is doing. If Capital is doing something, I hope Public Works would know, and vice versa. And then I have the community planning also. And that involves a lot of communication and, getting together, and everyone should know what everyone else is doing because we're all here basically for the community, bottom line. So we should all know what someone else is doing as to not overlap programs and services and, have someone doing this and then someone else is doing the same thing but in another unit. And I think that's really the basic goal that I'm looking forward to, is the communication aspect.
Well, my portfolios I got is to work on the housing, mainly with the SDU unit again, with social assistance and the housing and community protection. I've been the lead on the community protection unit now. So that's all the safety and, with the landfill and environment. So now we're all going to be working together, trying to bring everybody closer together and see how we can be more effective in, keeping Kahnawake safe. Well, my goals right now is to work, since we've got the housing, I want to look forward to seeing if we can create programs that will, assist Kahnawake and Ono in a better and more active way. And right now I took on the initiative with Murder and Missing Women's, how to bring attention to it. So right now we've been working on that and try to, get the concerns of our women and the issues that surround it to a bigger position.